Jay Johnson is determined to get LSU back to Omaha in 2025. We've previously talked about how LSU has an unbelievable amount of new players at 26. Johnson's also working with the number 1 rated transfer portal class, as well as the number 1 freshman recruiting class, and the coach has placed even more emphasis, believe it or not, on fall camp this year. Coming off a fall scrimmage exhibition, Johnson sits down with Jeff, Todd, and Glenn of Tiger Rag Radio to discuss the progress of his team so far. I'm your host, Jake McMains, and that discussion in a moment, right after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Mike Munderland, and we're here to smash the capital city's trash.
Smash My Trash is a revolutionary compactor for large dumpsters, sometimes reducing the volume of waste by up to 70%. This means fewer hauls per month and big savings for your business. Fewer hauls and compacted waste will also result in a positive impact on our community and our environment by taking up less space in our local landfill sites. Schedule your company's free demo today. Call 225-497-0101.
Y'all ready? Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Tiger Rag Radio is on the air.
Let's crank this thing up.
We're statewide, breaking down the latest happenings with LSU athletics.
This is us.
Hear from the coaches.
Put together a defense that puts us in a position to win the SEC.
The players.
Having fun and we working, baby. That's it, baby.
The recruits.
Show some passion and some heart.
And those who cover the Fighting Tigers of LSU and the SEC.
All those things are going to be there, which are important.
It's 2 hours of nonstop LSU talk.
What a privilege. I mean, you get to represent LSU.
Tiger Rag Radio is brought to you by Cummins. Cummins creates power solutions that the world depends on. Helm Paint and Decorating. The paint experts of Louisiana. Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Max Home. And the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Get ready to talk Tigers with producer Jackson Blackman and our hosts, Todd Horn and Jeff Palermo.
3 great players that are better people than they are players.
This is Tiger Rag Radio.
All right, back here on Tiger Rag Radio. Time to talk a little baseball here in the month of November as fall ball is wrapping up for the LSU Baseball Tigers. And here on the Max Home Hotline, it's LSU Baseball coach Jay Johnson. Coach Johnson, thanks a lot for spending a few minutes with us tonight. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. Looks like a good atmosphere over in Biloxi for some fall ball action. What's anything in particular that has really stuck out about your team as you watch them go through fall practice and prepare for the 2025 season?
Yeah, I think we've had a good fall to this point. I think we've shown good depth on the roster. I think we have a lot of guys that can make a positive contribution once we turn to the spring. Like the balance of the roster just in terms of what's in the program right now. There's guys that are here for a short time, probably meaning this year only, that are ready to make a positive impact, whether that's returning players or guys that we got in the transfer portal. I think we have an outstanding freshman class that will be the core of what we do moving forward in 26 and 27. So that's really positive. But as far as this team starting to work well together, gel well together, build a good foundation in the fall. That's what the fall is for me, whether that's identifying personnel, where the pieces fit, or what I call, our brand of baseball for this particular team. And moving along nicely in that, setting a good foundation, and really excited about these last 3 weeks we have together.
Jay, this is Todd. Sort of what you were just talking about, but I mean, you brought in 26 new players, so I know fall's always important for you, like you were just describing. But is there a little extra added emphasis on it for you this year because of all that influx of new players?
Yeah, for sure. In 2 fronts. Number one is getting the team connected. So you guys mentioned the Biloxi trip. We actually went over there Friday evening, so 2 nights together in a hotel. We inter-squatted in the ballpark on Saturday, stayed the night again, scrimmage Sanford on Sunday. And part of that was honestly, let's get on a bus together. Let's get in a hotel together. Let's have meals together. Just get these guys talking and connecting. So I think that's probably the first part of it, or main point of emphasis. And then the second one is, and I'm a very process-driven coach, and we have a legitimate path that we take our team through to get them ready to perform and get them ready to win. So for me, it's been really recommitting to it and not skipping any steps and not taking anything for granted. Like, the players should know this or should be able to execute this. And so I say this all the time, like, we weren't even close to being ready to play a game, on November 3rd, but getting to do that, expose more things, kind of helps us with those next steps. But I like how our team's gone about it. Like, we've taken things well as they've come, and I think we're going to leave, around Thanksgiving break with a pretty good foundation to build off of when we get back in January.
Trains are everywhere. You should always expect one, even on private property. Only cross tracks at designated crossings that fit your equipment. If you don't fit, don't commit. Look, listen, live.
Hey Jay, this is Glenn. If you started the regular season this weekend, who would be your rotation? your three-man rotation, but I'm going to give you a little wiggle room. I'm going to give you let you use 5 guys for the 3.
And who's the 7th inning guy too, Coach?
Who's your third baseman?
No, just go and start in rotation.
And who's going to bat cleanup?
I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And what I will tell you is, what I tell you today is very fluid. And when I mean that is, the Christmas break or December break for college baseball pitchers is so crucial in terms of not just staying healthy, but kind of what we do is we deload them a little bit from the fall. We don't actually shut them down. We just kind of deload them and then ramp them back up as we elevate their pitch count, going into the spring season. And I would probably say there's probably 6, 7, maybe 8 guys that we will carry, heavier pitch counts or build heavier pitch counts going into the season, as they'll be, key guys, but really competing for those rotation spots. We're going to take Gavin Guidry, who's been a bullpen piece for us the last couple years, and really want to give him an opportunity to do that. He's had an outstanding fall to this point in time. He threw on Saturday over in Biloxi. He did not throw against Samford. He will throw this Sunday when we're over at Louisiana Lafayette. Chase Shores, who probably the least talked about, most important thing of last year's team is we did not have him available, and missed the entire year to Tommy John surgery, but he is fully healthy. He was up to 99 miles an hour the other day, struck out 5 in 3 innings. Really excited about Chase. He's a great talent and has really improved, since the injury. So we're excited about that. Cade Anderson, I thought, had a really good freshman season for us last year, and I think is poised to really take another step forward. So of the returning pitchers, those are the 3 guys kind of vying in there. And then we have some really good newcomers. Everybody is very familiar with us, get William Schmidt, from Catholic High through the draft and, bypassing a potential first-round opportunity to come play at LSU. And, his talent is as advertised, and I've really liked how he's gone about his business on the field. And he started the 3rd game for us over in Biloxi the other day and did a great job there. Kason Evans is another really good freshman that I think's got a chance to be a real staple here for the next 3 years and really throw important innings. Anthony Ianson, transfer from UC San Diego, has logged a lot of innings in his time, and guy we're real excited about, who's had a really good college career to this point, and we actually think he's improved since he's got here working with Coach Yeski and Jamie Tutko. So excited to kind of unleash him. That's probably the leading candidates there for that group right now. And then there's several others. Cooper Williams is a lefty. Who's been most impressive probably of all the pitchers in the fall is Connor Ware, a JC transfer from Pearl River in Mississippi, who had a little bit of injury trouble last spring. And if not, we probably would have lost him in the draft. So he's right there smack dab in the middle of that. But you guys have probably got a sense of how I do the pitching. You have to keep one of your best guys kind of in the mix in the bullpen, because it's those close games that make or break you, in terms of the SEC standings, hosting regionals and super regionals. And so what I'm saying is we got a nice mix that we'll be able to push up to the rotation. And, I think we'll have good options, left-handed, right-handed, to finish games as well. So really excited about how the pitching staff is developed, and they had a great day in Biloxi on Sunday.
It's time to start betting on yourself. Louisiana 988 can help if you're dealing with tough emotions caused by gambling habits. You can share as much or as little as you want, and it's completely confidential. It's free, available 24/7, and most people who reach out report feeling better right in the moment. Call or text 988 anytime.
All right, next time we have you on, we'll ask you who your closer is. Left side and right side. So get ready.
Yeah, and I tried to give you like 5 minutes so you forgot what question you had.
Coach, we're going to let you run. We appreciate it. We'll get you back on here soon. Happy holidays if we don't talk to you before then, but thanks for your time as always.
Get ready to make some noise this October with the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Join us for the 11th Annual Baton Rouge Maker Fair on October 19th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., where creativity and music come together. From live performances to hands-on workshops, there's fun with a beat for everyone. Visit batonrouge.makerfair.com for details. Brought to you by your East Baton Rouge Parish Library, where creativity never stops.
All right, that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you to Coach Johnson for coming on. We'll be back later this week, but until then, stay tuned to TigerRag.com for all your latest LSU sports news.